trust. Mean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cuts in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Dalvin Cook closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Vikings and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaund alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them, and in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. It's taken to the 26. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The try here for the extra point. And that that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep for the Panthers, DJ Moore. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On play action, they'll throw. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tonyan. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there. He was able to bank this one in.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards.
Here's 2nd and 8. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good. Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a handoff to Chandler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Moore on the return. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. But good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. But the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
So they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this into enemy. Second and 9 now. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Back to throw again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. You have to be defensively willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 more there and another first down. Well, lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard conversion.
How many times we see it? I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.